Hey guys, Phoenix here. I just want to talk a little bit of some melody. Talk about sometimes we get blocked and we can't make up a melody. And maybe we do have a melody, but we're just not sure how to do a layout on the actual track. So, right here on track 1, I created an instrument and we're using the grand piano here. Okay, we go to the MIDI editor. Now we're under the key of C, so let's go ahead and go to Smart View. And everything we press on that keyboard, I'm sorry, piano, it's going to be within the realm of C major. Now let me see. Let's go to the instrument. Now I'm going to press one key. I'm not going to worry about all the other keys so far. I just want to kind of get a tune in my head. Okay, so something similar. Let's go and record that. Okay, so now that I got it under the 4 bars. Now remember, it just came out of my head. I'm just trying to think of a melody, just something to get the ball rolling. So let's go back to the MIDI editor. Let's look under C because we're under C major. And let's see, we got a couple of notes right here. Obviously, let's go ahead and play this. Okay, so yeah, it's boring. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, this is the part where you're gonna start messing around with these notes because when I first started, they said, and a couple of YouTubers I was watching, just go ahead and pick whatever random notes, whatever. If you want to go B or B sharp or B flat or whatever, just go ahead. And I've been seeing that you just pick here, pick here, pick here randomly. Well, yeah, you can do that, but if you hit the one note and you have a melody in your head, just hit that one note and then you could go ahead and move everything around. So now, of course, I have it in 1/16. It's gonna move a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. Maybe now. Oops, sorry. Just gonna move that. And typically, you want the melody to be a little bit closer to each other. Let's get a little bit exotic with that one. Now let's go ahead and play it. Now, doesn't that sound more interesting? Versus where it was just one straight melody in one key. Now I'll probably go a little bit high on this one, a little bit lower. And see, and keep in mind with this last one, let's click that. Let's go ahead and click it out of the scale. Ooh, now see, that sounds more interesting. Because, like I said, when you put a note out of the scale, it adds more tension, it adds more charisma into your melody, and it just did that. So, and if you don't want that, just put it back into the scale and turn off the smart view and turn it back on, and that little option to go off the scale will disappear again. But I kind of like that. So I'll leave it the way it was. So, anyways, so you got an idea how to make a melody quickly and effectively. So let's have a little bit more fun. I want to. Oh, go away. Let's see if we could do some chords. because we have the main melody now. So we can do some pads. Kind of. Yeah, it's good enough. So let's see. Oh, let's save it. Darn it! Come on. Because typically, when you want the chords, you got the melody. Now you got to get the chords. Something to put something in the background. You know, that's what you want to do. Well, let's go ahead and try that. So let's loop this. I want to try to figure out a note that will probably go good with this melody. So let me use the one note key. Let me see if I can figure it out here. Okay, so just a little generic chord chord right there. Let's go back to the MIDI editor here. Okay. So, and keep in mind, you can add and delete whatever you want. It's up to you. Add or subtract. It's up to you. But let's go ahead and move that up, because what I noticed is this is a little bit higher. And then when I go down here, I'm going to move it a little bit down. I might want to counter the chord to the melody on top. And I know the chord's kind of eh. Let me see what I can do. Okay. So now the chord is something where you could blend it in with a melody. And typically most music has this system. If not all, actually, if you think about it. So let me see if I can make it more thick. There you go. And by the way, if you want to copy and move it as I just did, hit the Alt key while you're pressing on the note. Just keep pressing on the left click mouse, hit the Alt key, and just keep pressing the Alt key and move whatever you want to move. You see what I'm saying? So it adds more texture to your melody. Now, let's go ahead. And obviously, it's not ready. There's a lot more things that has to be done with here. So, chords. Now we're going to rename this melody. This is your main melody here. Wonder if I could do la la la. Let's do something else since we're here. Let's see. Maybe a lead, quick lead. Yeah, that sounds cool. Kind of like a little game arcade here. Oh man, where'd you go? Where's my game arcade? Oh yeah, there we go. Do 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 do. Now, obviously, the instruments you're gonna be choosing. The instruments you're gonna be choosing usually have to match. But in this case, we're just doing a quickie here and just trying to get the idea here. So let me see here. First, let me play it. Okay. think I just had it earlier. I hope I remember that melody. Okay, so the counter melody here, let me rename that. The counter melody is something that goes with your melody. It's just something to, like, if someone's singing, you have somebody doing ad libs, that's kind of counter too. It adds more variety to it. I know the instruments kind of don't match, but I'm just trying to show you the gist of it here. So let's go to MIDI editor. I cannot say that right. I don't know for the life of me. So let's go ahead and do a loop. Play it. Yeah, I would hold that note on the end. So this is where you start experimenting. So you got the melody, you got the chords, you got the counter melody. And of course, after this, you're going to have the drums. But, well, you add the drums from here. And you can do that. Well, maybe I'll talk about that later on because that's a whole new beast. But this is like the basic stuff as far as getting a song out and going from there. Like I talked about earlier, Bandlab, their instruments are okay. They're not that great. If you could use, if there's another way you could get instruments in here, this is my biggest gripe about Bandlab though, is that they don't support third-party plugins, which drives me nuts. There's so many good instruments out there, and I can't really use it in this DAW. I mean, I could use the samples here. I mean, unless you got the software and unless you got like those high nice keyboards that, you know, the DAW's built in and all that, and all you have to do is hit it and it plays whatever sound you want. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm waiting for that someday. But anyways, a little bit off topic as I'm nagging about life and everything. But here, so remember to start, just come up with a melody, hit the one key, just keep going. I mean, you're gonna have an idea. Make sure you know which key, what major you're under, what scale you're under. Hit the smart view, and then you'll see your notes, and just move the notes the way you feel it should happen. Start with your melody, then start with your chords, because the chord is kind of like the icing on the cake. And then your counter melody, which is the candles on top. You see what I'm saying? Makes it look prettier. Makes it more lively. So that's what you want to do. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to be signing out. Have fun with Bandlab, guys. See ya.